What if the fastest way to soften wrinkles, reduce hair shedding, and bring back your natural glow after 50 has nothing to do with jars or injections, and everything to do with 3 silent vitamin gaps your body can no longer hide? Let that land for a moment. Dermatology research shows that in the first 5 years after menopause, women can lose up to 30% of their natural collagen. That alone is alarming. But the hidden story is that hormone shifts don't act in isolation. They quietly drain key nutrients that keep skin elastic hair anchored and nails resilient. If those nutrients are missing, even the best topical routine will underperform. When you restore them, the same routine suddenly starts working again. I am Dr. Lisa Perriera, a board-certified gynecologist with over 30 years of experience in women's health. I have sat with thousands of women in their 50s, 60s, and beyond who felt the same discouragement you may feel now. You eat sensibly, you moisturize, you try to sleep, yet the mirror still tells you your glow is fading. Here is the direct science-based truth I want you to hear. You are not powerless against these changes. Your biology still knows how to repair. It simply needs the right inputs returned consistently. In this video, I will walk you through 3 vitamins most women over 50 do not realize they are missing. Each one targets a distinct failure point in postmenopausal aging. The first helps tissues stay springy instead of stiff. The second shields cells from the daily oxidative hit that accelerates lines and dullness. The third rebuilds keratin, the structural protein behind thicker hair, stronger nails, and a smoother skin surface. When you put them together, you are no longer fighting your body. You are working with it. Let me set expectations clearly. This is physiology, not theatrics. You will not wake up tomorrow looking 10 years younger. But over 6 to 8 weeks, if you correct what is missing and support the basics, you should begin to notice what my patients report again and again. Skin that holds moisture longer. Fine lines that look less etched by the end of the day. Fewer nail splits. Baby hairs returning along the hairline. Most important, your energy steadies, because nutrient status affects far more than appearance. Why does this matter so much after menopause? Estrogen normally supports microcirculation, antioxidant balance, mineral handling, and cell turnover. When it falls, 3 things happen at once. Blood flow to the skin slows, so delivery of nutrients is less reliable. Oxidative stress outpaces your defense systems, so collagen and cell membranes take more damage from sunlight and pollution. And protein structures like keratin are built more slowly unless raw materials and cofactors are abundant. The result is a face that looks tired, no matter how much cream you apply, hair that sheds easily, and nails that fracture before they grow. We are going to change that by putting back specific supports with clinical evidence. I will give you practical food sources, where possible, realistic supplemental ranges commonly used in studies, and simple timing rules to make adherence easy. I will also show you how to combine these vitamins with everyday habits that multiply their effect. Proper hydration to move nutrients where they are needed. Morning light to steady circadian repair. Protein and healthy fats to deliver building blocks. Stress control to keep cortisol from breaking down collagen faster than you can rebuild it. None of this is exotic. It is the unglamorous architecture of real results. Before we dive in, do one thing for our community. If clear, science-backed guidance like this helps you, subscribe and tell me in the comments where you are watching from. Type 1. If this resonates, or 0. If you want me to prioritize another topic, like bone strength, circulation, or sleep. Your feedback shapes what I cover next, and your story may be the nudge another woman needs to start. In a moment, we will begin with the vitamin almost never mentioned in beauty conversations, yet central to whether your tissues feel supple or rigid. When it is low, skin loses bounce, and fine lines look deeper by evening. When it is restored, Your face and body behave more youthfully because minerals start going to the right places again. Get a pen. This first step is the scaffolding that allows everything else you do to finally show up in the mirror. Let's start with the first essential vitamin. Most women over 50 are missing vitamin K2. It may not appear in beauty commercials, but for your skin circulation and bone health, it is one of the most underrated nutrients of all. Here is why it matters so much. Vitamin K2 tells calcium where to go in your body. When this vitamin is low, calcium starts collecting in places it should not, like blood vessels and skin tissue, instead of staying in your bones. Over time, those misplaced calcium deposits make your skin stiffer, your blood flow slower, and your face less supple. In short, your skin begins to lose its natural bounce. K2 changes that. It activates special proteins that guide calcium back into your skeleton, keeping bones strong while preventing buildup in soft tissues. This process helps maintain flexible blood vessels and a smoother, more elastic skin surface. In women after menopause, when estrogen drops and circulation slows, K2 becomes even more important. It supports the tiny vessels that bring oxygen and nutrients to your skin cells, which is the foundation of that healthy, hydrated glow. Most women never get enough K2 from diet alone. The richest natural source is natto, a Japanese fermented soybean dish that has a strong flavor many people avoid. Smaller amounts exist in aged cheeses like Gouda and Brie, and in fermented dairy, such as kefir or yogurt. Because these foods are not common in most Western diets, supplementation often becomes the practical choice. The most studied and effective form is menaquinone 7 or MK7. It stays active in the body longer and provides steady support. The common dosage used in research ranges from 90 to 180 micrograms daily, best taken with your main meal that includes some healthy fat, such as olive oil, salmon, or avocado, to improve absorption. You can think of vitamin K2 as the body's quiet architect. It does not produce quick, flashy results, but it rebuilds your foundation over time. After about 6 to 8 weeks of consistent use, many women begin to notice subtle but meaningful changes. Skin that feels less rigid, fine lines that appear softer, and an overall sense that their skin texture holds moisture better throughout the day. And there are hidden benefits too. K2 supports your arteries, bones, and joints. Many of my patients report fewer nighttime muscle cramps, steadier energy, and an easier time maintaining posture and flexibility. All signs that calcium is finally moving to the right places again. The key is consistency, not intensity. Take it daily, pair it with vitamin D3 and magnesium, and give your body time to respond. These three nutrients work in harmony. Vitamin D helps absorb calcium, magnesium, keeps it balanced, and K2 directs it to your bones while protecting your skin and vessels. When you give your body this kind of internal alignment, every skincare product you use on the outside suddenly works better. Moisture lasts longer, collagen holds its shape, and the skin tone looks calmer and more even. So begin here, not because vitamin K2 is trendy, but because it restores what time quietly takes away. It supports your skin, your circulation, and your bones all at once. And once this foundation is steady, the next step is to protect it from the daily damage you cannot see, the oxidative stress that accelerates aging every single day. That is where our next vitamin comes in, one that acts like a shield inside your cells. Let's talk about that next. Now that you've built a stronger foundation with vitamin K2, the next step is protection. Think of it this way. K2 strengthens the structure of your skin, but you also need a shield to keep that structure from breaking down. That shield is astaxanthin, a nutrient often grouped with vitamin A because it comes from the same family of carotenoids. Most women have never heard of it, Yet research in dermatology and nutrition calls astaxanthin one of the most powerful antioxidants ever discovered. It is the pigment that gives salmon, shrimp, and lobster their pink color. Inside your body, it behaves like armor for your cells. Here is what makes it so special. Most antioxidants, such as vitamin C or E, work in either the inner or outer layers of your cell membranes. Astaxanthin is one of the few that can span both. That means it protects your skin cells from free radicals on all sides at once. It does not just reduce damage, it helps prevent it from happening in the first place. After menopause, this protection becomes critical. When estrogen levels drop, your natural antioxidant defenses weaken. Free radicals from sunlight, air pollution, and stress begin attacking collagen and elastin, making your skin thinner, drier, and more prone to wrinkles. Topical creams can help at the surface, but they cannot reach the internal damage already happening inside your cells. Astaxanthin can. In several clinical studies, women who took 6 milligrams of astaxanthin daily for 8 weeks showed measurable improvements in skin elasticity, hydration, and tone. Their fine lines softened, and their skin reflected light more evenly, creating that natural glow we associate with vitality. In my practice, I often hear patients describe it as the moment their skin woke up. So how can you get enough of it? The richest natural sources are wild salmon, red trout, shrimp, and krill. You would need to eat several servings every day to reach the effective levels seen in studies, so most women choose a supplement. A dose between 4 and 8 milligrams daily, taken with a meal that includes some healthy fat, is a practical starting point. The body absorbs it slowly but efficiently, and side effects are extremely rare. The changes astaxanthin creates are gradual, not dramatic. Around the 6th week, you may notice smoother skin texture, fewer dry patches, and an overall evenness that makeup cannot mimic. Patients often tell me that their moisturizer suddenly seems to work better. That is because their skin barrier has become stronger from within. One more benefit deserves attention. This nutrient does not only help your skin. Studies also link it to eye health, heart protection, and muscle endurance. That means the same molecule that gives you a brighter complexion can also support your energy and overall vitality. To make astaxanthin more effective, pair it with omega-3 fatty acids or a meal containing olive oil, avocado, or fish. These healthy fats improve its absorption. And do not skip sunscreen or hydration. Internal protection works best when combined with external care. Astaxanthin is not a miracle, but it fills an important gap. It helps your skin stand up to stress, sunlight, and pollution when your natural defenses have slowed down. Over time, it preserves the collagen you already have and keeps your complexion calm, firm, and balanced. Now that we have reinforced elasticity with K2 and added cellular defense with astaxanthin, it is time to rebuild strength at the surface. The next nutrient focuses on the structures you see every day, your hair, your nails, and the outer layer of your skin. Let us talk about the vitamin that fuels those changes from the inside out. Now that you have built the foundation of elasticity with vitamin K2 and strengthened your skin's natural defense with astaxanthin, it is time to focus on visible structure, the strength of your hair nails, and the outer layer of your skin. This is where biotin, also known as vitamin B7, becomes essential. Biotin belongs to the B-complex family of vitamins. Its main role is to support the production of keratin, the protein that forms your hair nails and skin barrier. Without enough biotin, the body cannot build strong keratin fibers. The result is hair that sheds easily, nails that split or peel, and skin that feels dry and fragile even with regular moisturizing. These changes are not just cosmetic. They are early biological signals that your cells are missing one of their key construction tools. In my clinical practice, I see this pattern constantly in women after 50. Hormone changes lower nutrient absorption, and restricted diets often leave biotin levels too low to sustain repair. On a cellular level, biotin works as a cofactor for enzymes that break down amino acids, fats, and glucose. These metabolic reactions create the raw materials keratin needs to form stable structures. When biotin is restored, cells begin producing stronger keratin, leading to thicker hair, smoother nails, and a more resilient skin surface. Research supports these results. In a 6-month study published in the Journal of Clinical and Aesthetic Dermatology, women who took 2.5 milligrams of biotin daily experienced measurable improvements in nail strength and thickness. Other studies have shown reduced hair shedding and faster regrowth in women experiencing postmenopausal thinning. These improvements are slow but reliable, the kind of steady progress that builds confidence. You can find biotin in foods like eggs, almonds, walnuts, avocados, and sweet potatoes. However, cooking and digestion reduce the available amount, and absorption naturally declines with age. That is why supplementation is often the simplest approach. A daily dose between 2.5 and 5 milligrams taken with food is safe and effective for most women. Because biotin is water-soluble, any excess leaves the body through urine, making toxicity extremely rare. Patience is the secret to success. Hair and nails grow slowly, so visible change usually takes 2 to 3 months. The first signs can be subtle: a smoother nail edge, fewer broken strands when you brush, or softer skin on your hands. These small shifts mean the repair process has begun. To help biotin work better, pair it with adequate protein and omega-3 fatty acids. Protein provides the amino acids keratin needs to form, while omega-3s improve scalp and nail bed hydration. Staying hydrated and getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night also supports cell turnover and repair. When these pieces come together, biotin can perform at its best. Remember, the goal is not perfection, it is progress. Women who integrate biotin with a balanced diet and consistent care often describe a turning point. Their skin feels smoother, their hair appears fuller, and their nails finally grow without breaking. These are small victories that rebuild self-trust and body confidence, the kind of transformation that no cosmetic shortcut can replace. At this stage, you have learned how 3 essential nutrients, vitamin K2, astaxanthin, and biotin, work together to restore elasticity, protection, and strength. But there is one more element we need to talk about: how your daily habits can multiply these benefits or quietly erase them. In the next section, we will explore 5 simple routines that act as natural boosters, ensuring every vitamin you take truly delivers visible, lasting results. You now know how vitamin K2 restores elasticity, how astaxanthin shields your skin from within, and how biotin rebuilds strength in your hair nails and outer layers. But here is the truth, that every woman over 50 needs to hear: vitamins can only perform their best when your daily habits allow them to. In my practice, I have seen women invest in high-quality supplements only to feel disappointed months later. Not because the nutrients failed, but because the environment inside the body was not ready to use them. So let us talk about the 5 daily habits that multiply your results and turn good nutrition into visible renewal. The first is hydration. Water is the transport system for every vitamin and mineral you take. Without enough fluid, nutrients struggle to reach your cells, and waste products cannot leave efficiently. Dehydration makes skin appear dull, tight, and lined even when your nutrition is strong. Start your morning with a full glass of water before coffee and aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day. Within 2 weeks, most women notice that their moisturizer suddenly works better, not because the product changed, but because their cells are no longer running dry. The second is natural light. Just 10 minutes of gentle morning sunlight helps regulate circadian rhythm and supports vitamin D production, which works hand in hand with K2 for bone and skin health. Morning light also balances hormones that influence mood and repair. Think of it as a free daily reset for your entire system. The third is balanced nutrition. Vitamins are not meant to replace real food. They function best when surrounded by antioxidants and minerals found in fruits, vegetables, legumes, and healthy fats. A plate that looks like a rainbow, greens, oranges, purples, and reds, provides the cofactors your supplements need to activate. This variety also keeps your gut microbiome strong, improving absorption and reducing inflammation from the inside out. The fourth is restorative sleep. Deep sleep is when your body produces collagen, repairs cell damage, and balances cortisol levels. Skimping on rest silently reverses much of the progress your supplements are making. Protect 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep as part of your beauty routine. It is not a luxury. It is repair time that no cream or vitamin can replace. The fifth is stress management. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which breaks down collagen and slows hair and nail growth. Even 10 minutes of intentional relaxation, deep breathing, stretching, or a quiet moment outdoors can shift your nervous system back to calm. That shift allows the nutrients you take to work on rebuilding, not fighting fires. These habits may sound simple, but together they are the difference between progress and plateau. Supplements are like seeds, and these daily habits are the soil. If the soil is dry and neglected, even the best seeds cannot grow. But when the ground is nourished, the same seeds thrive. Now let us bring this all together. Vitamin K2 gives your tissues flexibility. Astaxanthin protects every cell from oxidative stress. Biotin rebuilds the keratin structures that make hair nails and skin visibly stronger. And your 5 daily habits, hydration, sunlight, nutrition, sleep, and stress balance, allow those nutrients to express their full potential. The message is simple. Aging beautifully is not about chasing youth. It is about feeding your body what it still needs to thrive. You cannot reverse time, but you can guide how gracefully it unfolds. Start small. Be consistent. Notice the quiet signs of progress. Your skin holding moisture longer. Your hair feeling thicker between your fingers. Your energy lasting through the afternoon. These are your body's way of saying, thank you for listening. If today's video gave you clarity or hope, please subscribe and share it with another woman who might need this message. Tell me in the comments what changes you have noticed since starting your supplements. Your story could inspire someone else to begin. And before we close, remember this video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice. Every woman's body is unique. If you have health concerns or are on medication, please consult your healthcare provider before starting any supplement. I am Dr. Lisa Perriera, and I want to remind you your glow never truly leaves. It simply waits for you to feed it again. Take care of your body, and it will always return the favor.